Good morning, dear students. Today we will go for English grammar lesson number 3 verbs. Okay, in the last session in English grammar we had done our lesson number 1 the sentences and lesson number 2 noun. Now today our lesson number 3 verbs. Okay, we will remember what we had done in the previous session, that is noun, that is the parts of speech. Okay, first one is noun, pronoun, verbs, adverbs, adjective, preposition, conjunction and interjection. These are the parts of speech, out of which we completed our one, that is noun. Now we will see verbs. Okay, this is our lesson number 3, verbs. Verbs is our lesson number 3. Topic is verbs. Okay, do you remember the parts of speech? Yeah, in that noun is completed. Now we will see verbs. What is verbs? If I ask you this question to the students, generally students will reply that verbs are the action words. Exactly, verbs are the action words, but verbs are very important topic in the parts of speech. It is the main part of the sentence. You have to remember that verbs are the main part of the sentence. Okay, what are the functions of verbs? What is verbs? What are the types of verbs? All we will see in this verb. Okay, all these we will see in this topic. Now, first we will see the definition of verb. What is the definition of the verb? Verbs that tell us what someone or something does are called verbs. Okay, now we will see what exactly the verbs tells us. First we will see the verbs tells us the action and state of being. The first one is what? Action, and the second one is state of being. What action exactly is, we will see in this example. Okay, for example, the man ran away. In this sentence, the man ran away. This man is running. This underlined word ran tells us that this is the action word. The man ran away. It means that the man is running. This is the action verb. So, an activity performed by the man, the subject, is the action verb. Okay, understand? The man ran away here. Ran is the action verb. Okay, now we will see another example. Rohan rides bicycle regularly. Here, rides. Rides means what? Action. So, here the rides is the action verb performed by the subject Rohan. So, this is the action verb. So, Rohan is the subject. Rides is verb and bicycle regular is the object. But here I have underlined rides. So this rides tells us that this is the action verbs. So this action verbs, an activity performed by the Rohan, the subject, is the action verbs. Okay, understand what is action verb? Action verb means what? What exactly the action does in the sentence. Okay, now we will see the state of being. She is a girl. For example, she is a girl. Here I have used here is. So this is a state of being. This is the state word. She is a girl. Here I have used is. So this is tells us this is a state of word. So here is there any action word? No. But I have used here is. This is a state of being. Understand? Now we will see another example, that is he feels happy today. This man in this picture shows that this man is feeling happy. But is there any action word? No. There is no action words. But this feels tells us that this is the state of being. It means that this is a state word. So he feels happy today. This is the state of being. Understand, verbs tells us action and state of being. These both verbs tells us. Now understand what is state of being and what is action verbs. Now we will see the types of verbs. What exactly the verbs are, what verbs tells us, what the functions of the verbs we will see here. Okay, before that we will see in short what is subject and predicate. This I already explained you in the lesson number 1, the sentences. In that, subject and predicate I already explained you, but today we will see in short. Okay, Lalita eats an apple. This is the example here I have used. Lalita is underlined. So this is the subject. Whatever left after the subject, that is the predicate. So here eats an apple is the predicate. Okay. A complete sentence is made up of subject and predicate. For making a sentence complete, we use subject and predicate. So here Lalita eats an apple. So Lalita tells us this is the subject, and whatever left, eats an apple, is the predicate. So understand what is subject and predicate. Now we will see that in predicate a verb is the main part. So here eat is given. So this eats tells us that this is the main part in the predicate. Okay, verbs perform different functions. So now we will see the functions of verbs. Okay, what are the types of verbs? We have many types of verbs, but we will see step by step. First we will see auxiliary verbs and main verb. What is auxiliary verb and what is main verb? We will see first this one. Okay, what is auxiliary verbs? See, auxiliary verbs are also called as helping verb. So don't get confused over here. Auxiliary verb, we can call it also helping verb. So auxiliary verb and helping verb is one and the same. Okay, now what is main verb? So first we will see what is auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are, we will see the points. Okay, they give more meaning to the main verb. So here auxiliary verbs always helps to the main verb. They cannot stand alone. They need every time help of the main verb. They need main verb for existence. So auxiliary verbs always help, always need to complete the sentence. They need main verb for existence. Okay, they are incomplete without main verb. So auxiliary verbs incomplete without main verb. For example, we will see one example here. The sentence is, the children were swimming. Here the children is the subject, were is helping verb, and swimming is the main verb. So here the children were swimming. I have used here were. So this word tells us that this is the auxiliary verb and swimming is the main verb. So this word helps swimming mean main verb. Okay, for example, another example we will see here. He is writing a letter. This boy is writing a letter. In this picture, this tells us that this boy is writing a letter, but here writing is the main verb, but is helping to the main verb, so is becomes auxiliary verb. So auxiliary verbs helps another verb, that is the main verb. So he is writing a letter is a sentence. In this sentence, is the helping verb and writing is the main verb. Okay, now we will see what is main verb. We will see the points of main verb. The words that actually shows the action or activity of the subject. So whatever activity done in the subject, that is the main verb. So they cannot stand alone. Main verb, auxiliary verb cannot stand alone, but main verb can stand alone, and they complete itself. So main verb always complete itself without depending on any other verb. Okay, for example, Ritu sang well. Here, Ritu is singing a song. So this Ritu sang well. This sang is the verb, obviously. But I have used any auxiliary verb here? No, because without auxiliary verb, the sentence itself complete. So this Ritu sang well is sang is main verb, but without any auxiliary verb, I complete this sentence. So Ritu sang well. In this sentence, sang is the main verb. Okay, now we will see another example, that is, I am a doctor. Here I am a doctor. This I am a doctor. So am is the main verb. Okay, without any helping verb, I used I am a doctor. Am become main verb. Is there any auxiliary verb in that? No. But still the sentence is complete with the help of main verb. Okay. Understand what is auxiliary verb and what is main verb. Today what we have done today? Today we have done what is verb, what are the types of verbs and what exactly verbs tells us. Okay. Thank you.